Broken Eggs Media.
Faster performance, lower bandwidth costs, proven solutions for content delivery. CashFly. Stop hosting. Start delivering.
Welcome to the Movie Guys podcast.
We are the Movie Guys.
I'm Scott.
I'm Matt.
And this is our show.
This is our show. We are actually here in Roslyn, Washington, where they filmed the TV show
Northern Exposure.
We're across from City Hall, and we're standing here in front of the Roslyn Theater. It's a single-screen theater. They're showing two movies, Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and Adam Sandler's You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Indeed.
Thought we'd stop by on our way to Seattle and say hello to the awesome folks here at the Roslyn Theater. Lynn was so kind enough to show us around the theater. We got to.
What an amazing experience! This is such a great
beautiful
theater.
Place.
Just a one screen. It has a little balcony with about 8 chairs up there.
Awesome.
And, carpeted floors and just very homey, very cool.
Yeah.
They had some great posters hanging up.
She said it was a theater owned by movie lovers, and that shines through very, very much so.
Very much so. In an age where everything's going digital, the theaters are getting bigger premieres. To come to a place like this is really refreshing.
It's nice to see that this is actually still around our country.
Right.
We're actually headed up to Seattle, which is still a couple hours away for us, and we're going to go to the Can't Stop the Serenity Equality Now event, see Serenity on the big screen, wander around Seattle, talk to some folks, and see if anybody's seen any good movies lately.
Exactly.
So
come along with us.
Let's go to Seattle.
For the longest time. Whoa.
Well, here we are in the car. We're just leaving Roslyn, driving to Seattle for Can'tStopTheSerenity.com, raising money for Equality Now. I know I'm excited to see Serenity on the big screen again. Are you, Matt?
I certainly am.
Thank you, Matt. Matt is shooting me as we speak, and I think I got to turn here.
You do. Take it right.
Thank you. Okay.
You're good.
The road is like my second home. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
And while I might not have any idea where I'm going, it's still an adventure. This is a little preview of what it's going to be like on the Movie Guys podcast when we hit the road and come to your hometowns and do live reviews at the theaters.
With you.
With our favorite, the people. And I'm just trying not to crash and merge onto the freeway. And I know I'm having a good time. There's a Grand Cherokee. Roslyn Theater was really quite amazing. This is a little bit different take on a Movie Guys podcast, but we hope you enjoy it and hope you have a good time on our road trip.
Hi, here we are. I'm Matt, and we are on the road. He's Scott. Movie Guys podcast on the road. This is like a road trip, except for we're not going to show you any boobies. Sorry, it's PG-13, folks.
It's like college road trip.
What? That wasn't funny at all.
For the longest time.
Just as a little side note, in the car we're driving, the CD player is broken, and Billy Joel's An Innocent Man, or The Innocent Man, is the only CD we can listen to. So it's kind of our music for this
It's our
road trip.
road trip soundtrack.
Woo!
Billy Joel.
For the
Sure is beautiful up here. Hey, those are the strips that you ride on when you want to wake up. Are you tired?
No. I would go to such great lengths to see Serenity, and it shows. But we can't sacrifice the show, even for something as great as Serenity. So we had to shoot the show, but we had to shoot it on the road. It's an interesting dynamic, if nothing else. Those are the side strips yet again.
Maybe you should focus on driving.
I could.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll think about that later.
Scott, you made the mic move.
Sorry.
Damn it, the mic's in the shot.
Tired? Matt, are you tired?
No.
There's a restoration like 10 miles.
Is there one coming up?
Yeah.
We can get out and talk.
If you want to.
Good.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, we're up here by Snoqualmie Pass. That's the ski area right up there. Not much snow left, looks like.
It looks like you could maybe snowboard or ski in that little patch of white snow over there. Wouldn't go very far. Well, happily. But what can you do, right?
Yeah, I've been up here for a while. This is where all the kids hang out in the winter. They go up to the mountains and they do a little skiing, a little snowboarding. So we're at the top of the pass, just about here. So we'll be heading down the other side here in a minute, and then on to Seatown. Here we are, arriving, crossing the little bridge here.
Yeah. Right
Can't
behind
see
this sweet little car.
Little Alfa Romeo right here in front of us. Beautiful little Alfa Romeo.
The floating bridge.
On the floating bridge, heading into Seattle. You can actually see just over there. This car wasn't in my way. Right over here.
Bank of America.
The building right there. Yeah, that's the tallest building in Seattle. So just around this corner up here, we're gonna go through some more tunnels and whatnot, and then we'll.
Actually, Bill Gates' house is right over
right back
there.
over there. You can't really see it or anything, but.
Yeah. It's
Right
pretty
on the
secluded.
lake.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
The
deal.
lake. It's Quest Field right there. That's where the great Seahawks play
Yeah.
foosball. And right in front of us
is
where the Mariners play.
Safeco Field.
Safeco. Where the Mariners play and suck at baseball.
You can see, like, in the stadium, they have that retractable roof coming our way.
Very cool.
It's
Very
Hasselbeck.
cool. Matty boy. Dion. Westfield. There's Seattle, folks. We has arrived.
Going right or left?
Left. Going left. There's the beautiful Seattle skyline right there in front of us. Seattle Lighting Company right over there.
Yeah.
We are
Right
cruising
behind
down.
the Seattle Lighting Company, that white building had the best camera angle at the Kingdom implosion. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool when they took down the Kingdom. So we're in Seatown, Scott.
Welcome to Seattle, ladies and gentlemen watching the Movie Guys podcast. There's a Subaru Outback. We're here. Can't wait to see Serenity on the big screen tonight. I am so freaking excited because I haven't seen Serenity on the big screen after having watched Firefly. Because when I saw Serenity for the first time on the big screen, I hadn't watched Firefly, and I was like, you know what, that was really, really good. And then now, after watching Firefly and watching Serenity more times, it's just amazing. Seattle. So many hills, so many bikers, so little logic.
I know, it doesn't make sense. Hey, look, there's a Wally wall right over there.
Wally.
Wally.
That guy's looking at us. Hey, the guy just
Hold
totally
up.
waved.
Oh, we missed it. Wave at us. Wave at us again. Wave at us again. Yeah, Movie Guys Podcast. All right. Thanks, guys. So here we are, actually in Seattle for episode 17.
Episode 17. And when I think of 17, I always think of the great movie by Howard Hughes, 17 Candles. Right?
Not remotely.
Anyways.
But anyways, yeah, so we're over here in Seattle. We saw a couple movies this week. We saw The Love Guru with Mike Myers. And, of course, we also saw Get Smart.
With Steve Carell.
Steve Carell and the whole cadre of awesomeness.
Yes.
So let's jump over real quick and review The Love Guru for you.
On June 20th, the world's greatest authority on relationships is coming here. He was an American raised in India.
Why do you want to join the Tagin Maipuda ashram?
So girls will like me. Then I will like myself.
The Love Guru.
Alright, so The Love Guru, Mike Myers. I'm a big fan of Mike Myers, actually. I think he's really funny. Wayne's World is great. I like the first Austin Powers movie, and the second and third were both pretty good as well. So I Married an Axe Murderer, all good. Good on Saturday Night Live. But after I saw the first trailer for The Love Guru, and we're about to reach a tunnel, so I gotta hurry up. The Love Guru, I didn't like the first trailer. I thought it looked bad. I was like, Mike Myers, it's hard to stick up for you when things like this, you do things like this. But the second trailer looked alright, and I had a glimmer of hope. I missed the tunnel, but oh well. And it didn't look like it was going to be funny, but I was willing to give it a fighting chance.
All right, so Love Guru. Can you turn the music down, please, Scott? Not that I don't like Billy Joel, but can you? Thanks. No, I like Mike Myers. I just don't think he's as funny as he thinks he is. The first Austin Powers was funny. After that, I, like Scott, didn't like him as much anymore. I don't know. This trailer did not interest me in any way, shape, or form. Even the second trailer where it looked a little funnier, I still was like, this looks like it's gonna be as bad as the Zohan. So I really had no hope for this film. And going in, I already kind of had a bad attitude, and I really didn't want to go see it, to be honest with you guys. But I did. I sat through the whole thing, and yeah. All right, so what'd you think of The Love Guru, Scott?
Love Guru. As I said, I gave this movie a fighting chance. For the first 5 minutes or so, I was in hysterics. I thought it was incredibly funny. I was laughing. Everything that came on the screen seemed to be funny. And then after that, like 5 minutes, me, along with the rest of the theater, stopped laughing.
Yeah, I really felt like I foretold the future when I talked about this movie before it came out. Mike Myers it looked to me like just a slightly different accent, with another character who's all about being awesome at sex and love and like.
Yeah.
And you know, Vern Troyer's in it again, which I'm not a big fan of really. I mean, the guy can't really act.
Yeah.
So.
He'd have no place in the industry if he wasn't
a midget.
I
think that he's he's popular because he's a midget, which is like a reverse kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. At any rate, I didn't actually laugh in the first 5 minutes when Scott was laughing. I actually was kind of looking at Scott like, what are you laughing at? There's a lot of musical numbers in this movie for some reason. Like I think Mike Myers threw them in there because he wants to have a music number.
Yeah.
But I didn't like them. They're actually kind of awkward, and the audience was like, what am I watching?
The Indian accent.
Or whatever
it was.
Whatever that was
wasn't very consistent. It wasn't very. It didn't add anything.
Sandler's Zohan was better.
Yeah.
Which is saying something.
Yeah. The supporting characters in this, Jessica Alba, Justin Timberlake, they didn't really seem like they were having that good of a time. Justin Timberlake, on the other hand, didn't seem like he was having a good time, but maybe not even proud of what he was doing.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. A lot of the jokes were just kind of.
They fell incredibly flat in the theater.
And they were just kind of like overly perverted and dumb, and just like really like 13-year-old, 12-year-old kind of
like a real
locker room
stretch.
Humor, yeah.
You know, I wouldn't recommend this movie to anybody. What would you give this, Matt?
I'm actually going to give this movie a 2, just like I gave Zohan. It's about the same as far as quality goes. It's not funny. You know, at least they can hang out and not feel bad for each other because both of their movies sucked.
Yeah. I'm going to be giving this a 2.5. I gave Zohan a 4. I thought that Zohan was far funnier than this because after the first 5 minutes, for me personally, everything just went flat.
Yeah. Well, that's Love Guru. That's a plane.
Yeah.
You guys can hear that. That was Love Guru. Let's talk a little bit about Get Smart. What do you think?
I like Get Smart.
Let's do that.
There has always been a delicate balance between chaos and control.
My name is Siegfried, and I represent Chaos. Over the past few months, we have assembled a stockpile of nuclear weapons, which we distributed to unstable dictators.
Now, with that balance threatened, it's time to turn to one man.
How do I know you're not Control?
If I were Control, you'd already be dead.
If you were Control, you'd already be dead.
Neither of us is dead, so I'm obviously not from Control.
That actually makes sense.
Missed it by that much.
Tuesday's not gonna work. Cannot do Tuesday. Mom! Sean! See how annoying that is.
All right, Get Smart. This is the Steve Carell. I'm a big fan of Steve Carell. I had no exposure to Get Smart when I was growing up. It was just not on Nick at Night when I would watch Nick at Night, and I just never really watched it that much. I saw the shoe phone. I know missed it by that much, but this is pretty much a standalone effort for me personally, and the trailer looked really good, so I was excited for it.
So, Get Smart. I saw this show a couple of times, you know, growing up, catching it Nick at Night here and there. My mom liked it. We watched it occasionally. Also, I watched Inspector Gadget, which was voice acted by the same actor that played Get Smart, and kind of a similar principle behind it. I liked the show, but I'm not extremely familiar with it. And when I saw the trailer, I thought that Steve Carell looked like he was going to be able to pull this off. I didn't know if it was going to be really very funny, but I hoped it was going to, and so I went in with the expectation of, like, oh, I hope this is going to be good, and I kind of thought it was going to be, so. So, Get Smart. Scott?
I'm a big fan of Steve Carell. I think he's very funny. and I looked like at the trailer and thought that this was going to be a funny and good movie. The action scenes were going to be good, and I was right. I thought this was very funny. I thought that Steve Carell did a good job playing this character. The supporting characters, Anne Hathaway, Alan Arkin, Dwayne Johnson, was very good, well cast, and all the supporting cast, Mathew, I think is from Heroes, and some other people were all very good in this movie.
Yeah, I thought that they didn't go overboard with trying to do a lot of the nuances of the original. They did have the shoe phone, which is good.
And they missed it by that
much. Yeah, he did it perfectly. But you know, they modernized it a little bit, and it worked really well. The modernization I thought worked really well. The update, it was really funny. The action was good. Man, I have to pretty much just agree with Scott all the way across the board. This is an entertaining film, and I hope that they continue to make these. They could do like a little franchise.
Right, I think it'd be great. I mean, they have 22 Bond films,
they make franchises out of everything else, you know. So why don't you make a franchise out of a good movie, Hollywood? Hey,
it sounds like a good idea, man.
Idea, just a thought.
Yeah, not
I
a
try
bad
to give
idea.
those out there for Hollywood occasionally. They don't listen, but you know. So what are you gonna give this?
I'm gonna be giving this a 7. I thought the movie was good. It was enjoyable. One thing, I think there was a little bit too much in the trailer that spoiled some of the laughs in the movie that
As always.
But like I said, I think it might have taken the trailer to get me into the theater because I'm not a big Get Smart fan. So.
Yeah. Well, that's a very real possibility. I'm gonna actually go ahead and give this a 7 as well. Man, we're just agreeing on everything today.
That's a shame.
But we're gonna give this. I'll give this a 7 as well. It's entertaining. I hope to see more of them. I'll probably see this one again. Maybe not in the theater, but definitely on video. I'll pick it up when it comes out.
Yeah.
And so yeah. Now we're gonna possibly run over to this little theater in Northeast Seattle to catch the showing of Serenity this evening. Maybe we'll talk to a few people in line. That's kind of our goal.
Yes.
We're gonna hope for it.
Yeah. If it doesn't happen, it's not for lack of trying.
Nice people.
All
sailing
right.
was fun.
I
wish I was sailing right now.
I wish I was sailing too.
Look forward to
I
a
could
show
take a jump,
on a
I guess.
sailboat. We're gonna do it. You heard it here first, folks. All right, so we're gonna head over to Northeast Seattle and try and catch some people at the Serenity showing.
All right, hello, Scott here. It's the Crest Theater in Shoreline, Washington. We are at the Serenity screening for Equality Now. That is Serenity Forever, Equality Now. And we're here with a bunch of brown coats and going to be having a great time and giving a couple interviews for you, and more on that right now. All right, I'm here with Robin and Dave, obviously big Firefly Serenity fans. Would you like to tell us a little bit about Equality Now, Robin?
Equality Now is an international organization that helps work against discrimination and violence against women and young girls. They work with public pressure as well as government pressure. And it's one of our charities that we like to support in honor of Joss Whedon.
All right, so hi, it's me, Matt, once again. We're still here at the Serenity event, and we actually have with us 2 members of the Portland, Oregon Browncoats. I have here
Norm
and
Diana.
Yes, welcome.
Hi.
Now, I heard you guys didn't get to see it in Portland. What happened?
Well, when you're staff, you kind of like get a little busy putting the whole thing together.
Don't know what that's like. Yes. So you made the trip, huh? Come see it up here with us?
That was like, you know, we showed it 3 times. It was like, maybe we should actually get to see it once. So
that would be nice, right?
Watch it. Yeah.
Good deal. All right. So how many events is this for you guys?
Oh, this is our 3rd year of doing it in Portland.
Yeah,
and,
3rd year.
Because we're the city that started it. So
really?
Yeah.
See, I learned something new every day,
Started in
folks.
Portland.
So
Awesome.
it was like kind of the idea got generated there, and then it got spread across the internet. It was like, this is a good thing, and it's turned out very, very well, and it's great just to be able to do it, and hopefully, you know, we keep trying to push the envelope a little and get everybody to contribute more. Yeah, get some more fans in and stuff, because we want
never be enough.
I don't know if you guys know about the Griswold, but that's the trophy for contributing the most
money
per
raised.
city.
And,
there you
and
go.
it has been in our possession 2 years running.
Go Portland.
We might lose it this year, but we're hoping not.
Hey, if they lose it, it's okay, because that means that there's so much awareness and so many people doing this now.
That's right.
That it's getting that much better, that they can beat Portland,
Exactly.
which is obviously
And
not
that's
an
good
easy thing to do.
competition. That's the kind of competition you want.
Good.
I
like
wanna,
that.
I'd like to lose it just because that means somebody's doing an awesome job.
Exactly.
So.
And you can have a new goal for next year.
Exactly.
All right, I'm here with James at the Crest Theater here in Shoreline, and he just got out of watching Serenity, of course, and it looks like you're a Jane fan.
Yes, we're fans of all of the crew, but primarily Jane.
Right. Is this your first Serenity Now screening?
No, this is our 3rd, actually.
Oh, really?
We've 2006, 07, and then this one.
All right, great. So how's the experience changed, or is it as golden and shiny as it always has been?
Yes, it's exploded.
Yeah.
This was one of the better crowds that we've seen. Last year was great. Of course, this year they've got 2 showings, which last year they just had single, and then the year before that was kind of a Spartan crowd. But yeah, it's really picked up.
Yeah. So seeing this movie again, like, there's not very many movies that they could re-release and like almost sell out constantly. Serenity is a gem, if anything.
I liken it to possibly being something along the lines of Rocky Horror Picture Show, only better. So it's only going to get better with age.
Right. Very, very good. Anything you want to say about Serenity? What would you say to somebody that hasn't seen Serenity or Firefly? What would you say to bring them to this theater?
Don't hold back, because it's not just science fiction.
Right.
It's actually got a great story, great characters that you want to care about, and it's more about the people.
I went to this convention, NorwestCon, and I was very, very excited to go to it, and I dressed in my favorite garb as a brown coat, and lo and behold, the Seattle Browncoats were there, and I found like-minded independents. And we might have been on the losing side, but not so sure it was the wrong one.
Very, very true. Spoken like a true captain.
Thank you.
Shout out to Portland. Anyone want to say hi to you out in Portland?
Hey guys.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Hi everybody.
Great shout out. Why weren't you coming up with this,
You don't need to sleep.
The true hardcore right here,
Really?
Norman Diana.
That's right.
Portland Broncos.
All right.
Equality Now is one of Joss Whedon's favorite charities.
Yes.
He's really into that, and it's a really important charity.
It is.
Helping women and girls who are in a very bad, situations all over the world. And so it's a really good charity. And they do it every year. And people come up, they buy their special tickets, and they enjoy the movie, whether they've seen it for the first time or they haven't. You get a lot of people who are wearing their special cosplay.
Pan over, right over here. We got Wash, we got Jane. Come over here.
I think we got Inara and a client, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yes.
Very
Mal
obviously.
From Shindig.
Beautiful.
Very nice like
That's very good.
So as you can see, you get the cosplay. A lot of people have
lines
fun
coming
with it.
up, getting good. Yeah, this is a great event.
It is.
Great charity. It couldn't be better for a better series and a better movie. And gosh dang it, but we love it.
We do.
We just love it.
I'm going to do this again next year. This was fun.
We'll be back again next year. Maybe we'll speak with Jim again. Hopefully we'll see him. Check out his site.
Scott, Matt.
Go check out his site and watch Firefly for comedy's sake. What's wrong with you?
Now this is the full experience.
Oh, yeah,
am
it's
I
great.
right? I mean, you laugh.
You laugh and you
cry.
cry and you go out feeling good, and it's just wonderful.
All right, I'm here with Kiki and Kurt. We also just got out of watching Serenity, and these are local Seattle Browncoats that helped put this on. And I was just wondering, does it lose any steam over a year, or does it get better?
If you're fans, it gets better. it totally gets better, and you see it with a crowd that loves it, and that just invigorates you when you see things you didn't see, and little bits like that. Overall, worldwide, I think we had, for the whole Can't Stop the Serenity event, we had fewer cities, but we had more screenings because Portland does 3 screenings. We were able to pull off 2 screenings this year. A lot of places were able to add screenings. So we came down in cities, but we think we're still shooting for $150,000 overall as the goal.
Yeah. Now I don't quite remember the figures that they posted at the beginning, the intro for this, but it was 100,000 last year.
Yes.
And the year
56,
before,
something like that. So nearly $160,000 overall donated so far.
More money and more money, which is the most important.
Right. Exactly.
Is...
For Equality Now, we were able to do some Northwest Harvest stuff this year. Mm-hmm. We want to have a lot of places do have a local charity as well, and it just Browncoats have that spirit.
Right.
Leave nobody behind.
Even if we're on the losing side, right?
It's not. Yeah, it wasn't the wrong side.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
All right, I just got out. It was an amazing experience, something that nobody could ever take away from me. Happens in June, over the summer each year, and you have to come out, see Firefly, and then come see Serenity if you haven't. And it's an experience that is the best kind of movie-going experience. This is what making movies and watching movies is all about. You cannot miss this.
Well, we're back in the beautiful Palm Springs of Washington. Good old Yakima.
Indeed, indeed. Back from our road trip, as it were. Had a great time. Really Rosalind was a
is a very cool town where they shot
Great.
Northern Exposure,
Yes.
and the theater there is
amazing.
Really, really great.
Thank you, Lynn, once again for the tour. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get to come back out there pretty soon and
see a movie in your beautiful theater.
Yeah, eat some popcorn with real butter.
Yes, and air conditioning.
I'm excited for that. It's going to be great. Also, want to give a big shout out to the Seattle Browncoats. This is their website. Go check it out.
Along with the Portland Browncoats as well.
And the Portland Browncoats. Go check them out too. And thanks to the Browncoats all over the world, because without you, devoted fans,
Serenity might not even exist.
It may not even exist, and that would be a tragedy because it's one of the best films
ever. Like, I have a really hard time. Like, I was telling Matt, if somebody came up to me and said Serenity is the best movie of all time, I'd be like, you have amazing taste in movies.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, and the thing is too, it's like the movie's great standalone.
It is.
But when you add the series, when you watch Firefly, and then you see Serenity, it takes that great film to a level of amazing epicness that is untouchable. And we love all of the fans. We love Joss Whedon for bringing it. We love all the actors and crew and people who made Firefly and Serenity, because you brought something amazing to the world. Thank you.
Thank you indeed.
Yes, and hopefully we'll be able to hit that charity event up again next year. They do it every year in June for Equality Now, which is a great, great charity and a really important cause. So we'll be gearing up towards it again next June. So we'll be inviting a lot of people to go check that out. So thanks a lot. All kinds of good stuff happened. In fact, we met this great guy, Jim Granger. He was on the show, gave us his card. Go check out his website here. Nice guy and
very nice, helpful.
Yeah, very helpful, and it was a pleasure to work with him. So a lot of good stuff happened this week, and next week we've got some more good things. Wall-E comes out by Pixar, as well as
Wanted with Angelina Jolie, James McAvoy.
In fact, a good buddy of mine, I'll give a little shout out to Josh down in California. How's it going, Josh? He got to see it, the premiere in California.
That's why we don't like him.
That's why we don't like him anymore. No, man, that's awesome. I'm glad. He actually called me right after he saw it, and he was just like, "It's awesome!" Yeah, he loved it. So that gets me kind of excited.
I'm excited for next week. Wall-E looks good. Wanted looks good. And we'll have your reviews for you.
Indeed. So we hope you enjoyed this little road trip episode of the Movie Guys podcast, and we will hopefully be refining that process and bringing you more interesting goodness from the Movie Guys. You've been watching the Movie Guys podcast?
Episode 17. Matt and Scott 7. Matt and Scott on the road. I'm Scott.
I'm Matt.
And remember, kids.
Oh, me so horny. Me love you long time.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the movie. The movie was absolutely incredible. And then I thought the series was going to come back. I still do. I know the series is going to come back.